Hey, what's up, bae? Operation iDroid here, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get a new Nintendo DS emulator called iNDS on your non-jailbroken iOS device. iNDS was made by William Cobb and created his app using NDS for iOS and Nitrogen as its core. However, he's made several improvements like bug fixes, fast forward, changing the controller size, in-app browser, and more, with many other settings coming in the future. This tutorial does require a computer and is quite a lengthy process, but it's definitely worth it. However, if you are jailbroken, there is an easier way to do this, which I will be linked in the description below. Finally, if you're interested in learning how to get this without a jailbreak or a computer, unfortunately, at this time there is no way to do that, but in the future, a way may be found. So be sure to check the description or subscribe to be notified as soon as a no jailbreak, no computer method is found. Finally, if you're excited to learn how to play your favorite Nintendo DS games on your iOS device without a jailbreak, please hit that like button as I tried my best to make this tutorial clear and easy to follow. Now, without any further ado, let's head into the tutorial. Alright, like I mentioned, this tutorial does require a computer, but specifically a Macintosh computer. So if you have a Windows computer, make sure that you run a virtual machine that can run Macintosh OS and then follow the steps in this video. With that being said, open your App Store and search Xcode. Then go ahead and install the app by inserting your Apple ID and password. And once you do that, Xcode will begin to install on your computer. However, Xcode is a pretty big application, so it will take some time. So as it downloads, just pause the video and then come back when it's done. Once Xcode is done downloading, you can go ahead and click on it and launch the application. Once Xcode launches, it'll ask you to finish some install prompts and just go ahead and go through it just as I am doing right now on my computer. It doesn't take too long. However, you will need to do this in order to use Xcode. Now, once you have Xcode fully installed and ready for use on your computer, you want to go ahead and go to the Xcode preferences by clicking Xcode on the top left hand corner, clicking preferences, and then clicking on accounts and clicking on the plus sign at the bottom left hand corner and clicking add Apple ID. Here, you want to insert the Apple ID that you'll have on your iOS device that you would like to put iNDS on. So make sure this is the same Apple ID that is on the device that you would like to put iNDS on, and then go ahead and register your account. This is completely free and must be done in order to get iNDS. So once you've done this, you can go ahead and exit out of accounts, and then the next thing we want to do is click on source control at the top and then click on checkout. Here you want to paste the GitHub link that I have linked in the description below for iNDS, and then finally once it's done doing what it needs to do, it'll say save as, and you want to save it as iNDS in your documents folder, and it'll download everything that needs to be downloaded, and hopefully it'll open iNDS automatically for you. If it doesn't, then simply go to file, open, go to your documents folder, open iNDS, and then click on the iNDS Xcode project, just as I did here. Once you open that, go ahead and plug in your iOS device, and then at the top right hand corner, click on the iNDS icon and then choose your iOS device, just as I did here. Once you do all of that, you'll see that you have iNDS open here, and what you want to do is change the bundle identifier name, which what you want to change is everything between com.and.nds.debug. So just as I'm going to do here, I'm going to delete everything in between those two words, and you can honestly just put whatever you want here. As you can see, I put nin. Just make sure it's something that you haven't used before. Then on your team, select your Apple ID and then switch the deployment target to the iOS that your iOS device is on. My 6 is on iOS 9.1, and once you do that, you're going to go ahead and click on fix issue and you'll be good. Once you do this, the next thing that we want to go ahead and do is go to the product at the top left hand corner, click on scheme, and then scroll down to edit scheme. Here you want to change the build configuration to release, just as I'm doing here on all of the tabs on the left. And once you do this, you'll have iNDS ready to go, and able to install on your iOS device. So once you switch all of that, click close, and then you want to click the play button at the top left hand corner, which will now run iNDS on your iOS device. As you can see, I'm getting tons of issues, but that's completely fine. Issues are not a big deal. What is a big deal is if you get a red hexagon. If that happens and it says build failed, let me know in the comment section below. But what you want to get is build succeeded, just as I did, and then you'll have iNDS on your iOS device, just as I have here, and you can go ahead and open it. If it says untrusted developer, simply go to your settings, click on general, go to profiles, and trust your Apple ID there, and you'll be able to open iNDS and use it on your non-jailbroken iOS device, including iOS 9.2 and above. With that being said, now that you have iNDS, I'm sure you guys would like to learn how to get Nintendo DS games on the actual emulator. To do that is very simple. All you have to do is click on the magnifying glass at the top right hand corner, which will take you directly to Emu Paradise, a great website for NDS ROMs, and from here you can search for ROMs or simply download them by finding it in the most downloaded or top rated sections. In this case, I'll just be downloading Pokemon Heart Gold, and then once you find the game you want to download, just click on it, and then at the top you want to click on download links, as you can see I'm going to do here. And then if ads pop up, just exit out of them, that's not a problem. And once you click on download links, you want to click on direct download. And once you click on direct download one time, it'll take you to another page. And then you want to click on direct download one last time. And once it does that, you'll see on the bottom it says download started, Pokemon Heart Gold version, or whatever your game is, and then all you have to do is click done at the top right hand corner, return to the home screen of iNDS, and as you can see, it'll show you the download progress of your game. Now this may take some time for you, I sped it up for the sake of the video, but once it's done, you can click on it, click launch normally, and begin to enjoy your Nintendo DS games on your iOS device using iNDS. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, please hit that like button as it helps out the video tremendously, and consider sharing it with a friend so they can learn how to get iNDS on their iOS device as well. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to click that subscribe button to be notified whenever I upload a video, because I make awesome tutorials like this one every week. Anyways, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and welcome to the operation.